Okay, so I'm finally back in my van, and it's a little cold right now. I don't want to turn on the heater, my Olympian Wave heater right there, because in order to run that frickin' thing, um, well, first of all, it's raining outside right now. I don't know if you can hear it, but in order for me to turn on that heater, I have to have plenty of electric battery stored in order to run two fans, and I need to have enough windows opened to circulate fresh air because that motherfucker can get pretty toasty in here. Okay, and I can feel the effects uh, of stuffiness and headachy if you don't have enough circulation. And in order for me to turn that on right now, well, it's been cloudy all freaking day long. I only have 88% charge. You may think that's a lot, but it's not. So instead, I decided to uh, uh, deal with it and use the electric battery power for my electric blanket instead of the Olympian Wave. The Olympian Wave is nice, but unfortunately, with all this bad weather, with no cloud, with no sunshine, um, you really need to watch it because also my freezer, I don't know if you can see it, my freezer there um, has not uh, has not been on all the time, and I've had to run it a few hours during the day. The good thing about that freezer, a refrigerator freezer, is that it really did freeze my food. Sometimes I got a little upset because when I needed to eat, my food was frozen. But in a ways, it's good because you store your food, right? Um, so I did drop the temperature a few degrees lower, and I haven't tried it yet because I've been also recovering from a very bad sickness. I don't know what it was. I wasn't sneezing. I wasn't coughing. I just had a very bad uh, uh, um, fever, and so I had to buy. I had to buy. I had to stop taking ibuprofen, and I had to buy a stronger. Well, it's supposed to be stronger. Uh, pain and fever reducer because I am dealing with a lot of uh, pretty severe back pain to the point where I'm actually considering going to Mexico and buying some opiates because Kaiser, I've had them for years and I'm sick and tired of them that they won't give me a fucking thing for my back. So I'm getting close to telling them to fuck off and going to another provider. So anyway, so I found out that you can take this medication, Aleve. So I took two of them. It did help a lot with the fever, but the back pain is still there. It's not as bad as it was earlier today. So if you hear me sometimes go like, ugh, ugh, yeah, I'm not fucking around, joking around. When you hear that pain, it's nasty. I mean, really nasty. So, anyways, uh, yeah. So I've been very sick for the last few days. I don't know what it was, and so anyhow, I just wanted to share a little update. Also, that unfortunately, all the money I had is pretty much gone because of this mechanical breakdown that happened, and it's been very depressing because I started off with a number of thousands of dollars. It was less than about 4,000, and then I had to buy some stuff for the van and blah blah blah, and then some other stuff happened, and then all of a sudden, boom, the van breaks down. That was a very expensive repair. And then the laptop broke also. I don't know what happened to the keyboard, so I couldn't edit videos, I couldn't do nothing. Apple wanted $503 to fix the fucking keyboard. I said, no, man. I said, I can buy a brand new MacBook Air M1. I have the M2 chip. The M1 is better from what I hear. And for $500 at Walmart, I think it's 500. I think it's 599. I'm not sure, but it's under that. And I said, why am I going to pay $503, and I can buy a brand new fucking computer with full warranty, with full Apple Care and everything. Why? You know? So I took it to another place called DC Computers here in San Diego. And, well, unfortunately, it did cost me $300 to fix it. So now I'm down to, $300. Yeah, it's pretty sad, but shit happens. And anyhow, I wanted to make a video, and I'll probably make it later, very detailed, with images and everything about the breakdown and what I've learned. The money you need to have to be prepared, because the reality was that I didn't realize how this close I was to sleeping on the street, on the street. And I actually did sleep on the street, by the way, 2 nights. I'll tell the story later. But I actually grabbed my 2 blankets and 2 pillows. I think it was 1 pillow. Yeah, it was 1 pillow and 2 blankets. And I had to leave. They did allow me, the mechanic, to park the van at the shop, but it was in a very nasty area. And at nighttime, they shut the whole gas station down. It's a part gas station and part auto repair. It's not gated or nothing. And it's in a nasty, ugly area. And about 1 o'clock, 2 o'clock, I remember coming back. I don't know what I was doing. And I saw some homeless people using the parking lot. And they were young fuckers too, man. They were not, 50, 60-year-old homeless, man. These are young, fit fuckers, man. And I said, my God, what am I going to do, I said, if I get jumped or assaulted or attacked, I said, I'm not 27 years old, I don't have a fucking gun. I don't have a fucking knife. I don't have nothing, And I got scared. So I immediately called an Uber, and I said, I need to take my dog with me, 2 blankets and a pillow, and take me to this area called Hillcrest. It's an area called Hillcrest. It's supposed to be the gay area of San Diego. And I chose that not because of the gay, whatever, because it's known to be a very safe neighborhood for anybody. And that's why I did it, because I knew I was going to be safe. And I had to sleep. First, I slept in a church. I ran into this girl and who was sleeping on the other side on the floor. And then the alarm went off. We don't know what happened after about 3 hours that we were there. Then some alarm came on, and we got up and left, and to another spot. But unfortunately, the spot that we were at, also in Hillcrest, it was freezing, man. I said, girl, I'm fucking leaving. So then I left to another church around some other area, and I stayed there. Yeah. So I did sleep in the street because I was very scared about, where my van was. Fortunately, nothing happened. Nothing got broken in. Nothing was broken in. I still have all my toys and everything. Whew, thank goodness. You know, I'm not Catholic, but my goodness, I really mean that. In the name of the Father, the Son, and the Holy Spirit. Thank you, Lord. I really mean that. And uh, so I'll make a video on what that was like, how to prepare, what to expect. Because I'll tell you what, man, when you think you're all got it together and the party is going on, meaning the van, you're all happy and driving here, driving there, doing this, doing that, and then all of a sudden that van breaks down, man, and you feel that party going, you feel that party going, you feel that party is over fast. I mean, you do. Um, I first got stranded in an area uh, over by some marina. It's a big empty parking lot, just dirt. There's nobody there, man. And I was stuck there for like 4 days. I didn't know what to do. The van wouldn't start. I wasn't sure what to do. I didn't want to panic. I didn't want to get stressed out. And I said, you know what? I said, that dude over there, there's about, I don't know, 4 people that I've seen parked there for weeks at a time. And I said, well, fuck, if these guys are parked there for weeks, then why couldn't I, remain where I'm at for 4 or 5 days? So I did. I said, you know what? I'm not going to stress. It's probably something minor, could be the relay, could be the starter, things like that. But it was not a relay. It was not a fucking starter. It was not a battery. I changed 2 batteries too. Okay. Because my van uses 2 batteries. Boy, was that expensive. It was none of that. It was according to the mechanic, if he told me the truth, they said it was the computer engine module. The engine computer module, the ECM. I've heard of it before. But goddamn, it was expensive. Did they tell me the truth? I will never fucking know. But the van has been running. Uh, there has been, since I bought the van, some sort of hesitation when the engine starts. I mean, when you're parked, like at a stoplight, you feel a jolt, like, but it's fast, and it feels like the van wants to turn off. I've always had that problem, and that problem is still there. So anyhow, you guys, I'll make another video about that. But right now, because of the money that has dwindled, I have been very concerned about what I'm going to do. One of my goals was to go down to the Sea of Cortez to look at real estate land. And down in Mexico, because I am a citizen of Mexico and I am a U.S. citizen as well, I have dual citizenship, which means I can buy property in Mexico. So with the money that I had saved before the van broke, I had in mind of going to Arizona first, courtside, and along the way look for a trailer. But if I didn't find a trailer, well, then I was going to just jump down to Baja, towards Sea of Cortez, somewhere in Arizona border, and then go look at places. I've never been to Sea of Cortez, so well, you can buy land pretty inexpensive with very minimal amount of money, and make payments. So I found this YouTube video of these guys making a house for this old man down in Baja. No, it's not Baja. It's somewhere in South America. Uh, and this is the name of the channel. And oh, this is a different name. Anyways, is it a different name? Oh, it's a different guy videotaping. Anyways, yeah, look at this. They're building this little tiny shed house for this man overlooking the entire ocean. And I've been watching the process of how they made this whole house, this little house, how they got fresh water. Come on, how they, how they got fresh water. Look at that. How they four walls. And now they're going to put concrete on the floor because there's too many rats. Yeah, they were saying that they are making they took the walls apart because they're going to put cement floor because there's too many rats going inside. And and these walls on this other video that I saw of the same guy, first they built him like a little shed made of bamboo and some, very, very cheap stuff, some wood and so forth. And I saw the whole process of how they do it. They got like 5 different videos, and they still got more. How they're helping this really old man that's living way out there alone, and how they insulate the walls, with plastic, double plastic. I mean, it's just fascinating, how they're doing all this. And I said, wow, man, I wonder if I can do that in the Sea of Cortez. Why not? Why not? I mean, if you live by the ocean, I was concerned about the cold. Well, after watching these videos, now I know how to keep warm. It's just fascinating. I say, you know what? I would love that, because unfortunately, I have been on a waiting list here in California called Rapid Rehousing through this other program called VI SPDAT. And according to the caseworker, I scored high, which means it's a good thing. And that program is supposed to get me an apartment where I pay 30% of my income. However, it's been now we're going on 5 months now waiting. How long am I supposed to wait? How long am I supposed to freeze my ass in this van? How long am I supposed to, stand around, try to stand in my van when I can't? You can't. If I have to move, this is how I move. Like this. Like this. That's it. Okay? And how much space do I have? You don't want to know. But I do with what it is. Fuck. It's my back. That this Aleve really has helped a lot. I mean, a lot, but it's not gone. So anyhow, where was I? Yeah. So how long am I going to living like this? How long? I bought this wonderful Les Paul. It's not a Les Paul, but it's an Epiphone. It's a replica, an exact replica of a 1959 Les Paul. It's nice, and I would love to play the thing. I'll show you later. It's just it's very small here to just pop something in. So I hope you understand. And so I said, how long am I going to be able to hold on to this waiting list? How long? You know, I got 4.5 or more years for Section 8. More than 4.5 years, they said. Fuck that. So after seeing this video, you know, these guys helping this guy. See, that's where he lives.
A ver cómo ha salido el piso. A ver. ¡Ah!
Look at that.
Mira, ya está el piso
There's the
del
old
tío
man.
Adrián. Bonito, ¿no? Charqui. Sí, 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 no. Ajá. ¿Este es gallina? Sí, este es gallo. Este es gallo.
This is another video of somebody else. I forgot. And there's the floor. They used 4 bags of concrete. 4 bags of concrete for that area there. I would love to have that little area. You know, all it needs is some windows and to look outside of the ocean and on. Oh, it'd be fucking awesome. But they're finishing the floor here. They still got to do the middle part.
Un metro cuadrado nomás. Allá adentro hay uno, creo. Hay caracoles.
Look at that. Isn't that nice? Look at that. In the other video I saw of this old man also, probably more fit than this guy, Adrian. The other guy goes fishing. He's 72 years old. 72 years old. And the dude walks up and down this humongous trail down to the sea level to fish. The guy was an alcoholic, he said. And one day he found out that his family owned this piece of property, and they said, "Why don't you go live over there?" There was nothing there, he said. All of a sudden, the guy started building, and these are like real cheap materials. This is not like California where you have zoning and codes and all that bullshit. It's none of that. You know, you start with a piece of wood and you hammer it, and then you figure out how to put the other one here, and then you figure out how to put a fucking wall of wood and maybe some wire, and then he put plastic, and then he put something else behind it, and then another piece of plastic, and then I forget what else behind it, some other wood, and he goes, "I don't freeze here at all," he says. Wow, the storms have come and everything, and I was very impressed. I mean, very, very impressed with all that. And I said, wow, man, 72 years old. Here I am, 57. Wow, 57, 67. You know, man, I said, there's hope for me, I said. There's some real hope. Not that I'm an alcoholic, you know, but there's hope for me, I said. And I love the ocean. I love the ocean. Anyhow, you guys, I don't want to make these videos very long. And I don't know how long it's gone. But I do thank you very much for watching. And like I said, I've been gone because of my van. It broke down. And if you can help me out, please hit that like and subscribe. That's all I'm asking. So I can monetize the channel. It takes a lot of fucking work to make these videos, and it takes a lot of subscribers. It takes a lot of what's the other one? Viewing time that YouTube asks you, so you can begin seeing a penny. Yeah, it's a motherfucker, man. You need to have a lot of viewing hours. I forgot how many thousands, and also subscribers. So those of you who have subscribed, thank you so much. Those of you who have hit like, thank you so much. Those of you who have replied and made comments, I thank you so much, because I love the interaction. I don't have any family. I don't have any brothers. Well, I do have brothers, but none of them, everyone has abandoned me. Okay. And I talked about that in another channel that I had called Damien's Detransition. Okay. And that's a whole other story that I don't want to get into. But I was making videos about that and about my detransition. And I decided to stop doing them for lack of interaction from people. So instead, I decided to focus now on this channel. And I have another channel called Headbanger Ministries that I might join this one with, but I'm trying to decide what to call it. Either calling it Damien's, um, either calling it what the fuck is this channel's name? Is that water dripping in here? Um, the Wandering Troubadour, or Headbanger Ministries and the Wandering Troubadour. I don't know what to call it. Headbanger Ministries and the Wandering Troubadour, or the Wandering Troubadour's Headbanger Ministries. You tell me what you guys would like. Give me. I don't want to change any of it, any of the names of the words. You know, but that's what I want to use. The Wandering Troubadour and Headbanger Ministries. So all those four words have to somehow blend in. So it's got to be called the Wandering Troubadours with an S, the Wandering Troubadours Headbanger Ministries, or Headbanger Ministries and the Wandering Troubadour. Either one of those two. I'm steering towards uh, the Wandering Troubadours Headbanger Ministries. Anyways, let me know what you like. Thank you so much. Bye.